Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video today, we are going to put New York City FC, NYCFC, under the sorare microscope as we gear up on the channel towards rivalry week. Now, NYCFC won their first ever MLS Cup last season and it was some victory. Finally, all these amazing pieces and great coaching philosophies in the CFG network finally paid off, and it was a fantastic year. The majority of the whole squad has basically stayed together, but the manager Ronny Deila has recently departed back to Europe to be in the Belgian Super League. And now NYCFC have got a new manager in charge, and everyone's just trying to figure out, have they lost their touch? Are they still made of it? And when it comes to sorare, NYCFC cards are super powerful, especially because a lot of them are Apex under 23 cards in the world. If you haven't opened your sorare account yet, there's a video linked in the description in this video that is the #1 walkthrough that I've made that will make sure when you open your account you don't make any beginner mistakes and you maximize all the free items available. If you have any other questions or need any other assistance, just reach out to me in the comment section in this video and I'll get back to you. And if you're just here looking for the link to get the free card once you sign up, that is also in the description in this video. Make sure when you hit the link you sign up directly to make sure that it correlates and entitles your account to a free limited card. So today I'm going to build the best sorare, the best SO5 team I can using the New York City FC players. I'll be thinking about the sort of utility I can get from them, the sort of price banding they come in at, as well as any insight I can offer on injuries and squad status, that kind of thing. At any point in the video today, if you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. This month, I'm giving away a rare under 23 goalkeeper in the Turkish Superliga, Diego Souza, and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, there's a few really credible candidates to be the star of New York City, but it has to be the man that is Talles Magno. Currently €359 for a limited and about €1,500 for a rare. He is one of the most highly anticipated up-and-coming young prospects from South America who is currently in the MLS. He's been on great form, won the MLS Cup last season as I just explained, and even since the departure of the manager, his form has continued. But as you can see, it's more of he's finally starting to deliver on promise, and even though the manager's left, that does offer an interesting paradigm of, is he just developing into becoming an elite player? Maybe the star of the show is Taty Castellanos, who is linked and rumoured to be transferring to a host of clubs around Europe. There's still no real word on his news. Again, currently an under 23 striker, one of the best strikers in MLS, one of the most highly sought after talents coming out that side of the Atlantic. There's teams all over Europe after this guy. At €200 for a limited is good bang for buck, depending on the transfer, the actions. And around €1,000 for a rare, I think it's a really solid price. If he gets certainly a favourable move. These are maybe the sort of scores, these are Castellanos' scores, these are the sort of scores I think we want to see from Magno in the absence of Taty. But these are the type of scores, when you're looking for a striker to play in SO5, a striker that can consistently break 80 plus is exactly the sort of profile that you'll be after. Can he maintain that after his transfer? I think there's a fair chance that he can. It just really depends so heavily on the landing spot. And there is every chance that he maybe waits until end of season, because I don't see him as the type of guy that will force through a transfer to go to any team and maybe watch his career derail. He's worked really hard to get to this status in the team and to performing at these levels, and I doubt he would want to see that slip between his fingers by making a poor transfer decision. Maxi Morales is probably the kind of OG star of the show. The 35-year-old DP is currently €63 for a limited, €375 for a rare. As you can see, his last 5, 15 and 40 scores there, all over 60. He is the creator extraordinaire. He is El Mago of this team, and it's just about when he gets minutes, really. This season, he's not really been rested or rotated too much. A lot of 90-minute appearances are starting to rack up for him, which, considering his age, is a fantastic sign, and considering the change of manager they've just had, is also a fantastic sign. Does he have more years behind him or in front of him? Of course it's behind him, but for €63 for a limited especially, man, like, if you know NYCFC are at home and it's a fixture that he's likely to play and they're likely to win, this guy's capable of doing it all. In terms of the best SO5 card, I think it's a straight fight out between Alexander Callens, who has been like the rock-solid centre-back since his arrival at the club, huge part of the team that won the league, and as you can see there, his scores over his career on sorare have been pretty impressive for a centre-back. And his defensive partner this season, who's actually out injured at the moment, Thiago Martins, again, if you look at his scores since his arrival in MLS, they've been very, very encouraging to say the least. He is out injured at the moment. He's €28 for a limited, €219 for a rare. And even though NYCFC are kind of noted and famed for the attacking football, the flair players, all these up-and-coming young, South American kids and whatever, these guys at the back are getting so many passes from the goalkeeper and building the play out that when NYCFC keep a clean sheet, they score mega well. And even when they don't, as long as they don't concede like 3 or 4 goals or something mental, they can still actually score as if they did get a clean sheet because they get so many passes. They can be decisive capable as well, especially at Yankee Stadium because it is such a small pitch. I noticed it, especially in NYC, trying to take advantage of that because like if you have a smaller pitch and you ram the box full of your centre-backs or whatever, if the corner does break down, you physically have less ground to recover to get to your own half. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you really need to see Yankee Stadium for a soccer football match. Now, Sean Johnson for me is the best keeper in the division. He's currently €1,100 for a rare, €175 for a limited. I think he is the most expensive keeper we've featured on this series, and you can kind of see why. His scores are really good, and you might look at this and go, "Oh, they're just goalkeeper scores. It's just a clean sheet or no clean sheet, really." But no, 2 each draw by Atlanta, 65. 2-1 loss to Philly, 60. 1-1 draw with the Sounders, 50. And he's starting to get some international caps. I think Zach Steffen and Matt Turner definitely are starting to get nervous about Sean Johnson's credentials for the American national team. I see him 100% making the squad for the World Cup. I don't really see him making the pitch. But that's the sort of calibre he is at 33. I say he's a cup champion, he's a league champion. He's been at NYCFC since inception. So he is a real legend. He's a real Hall of Fame type guy for me. Big fan of this guy. And if you're after a rock-solid keeper in Champion America, look no further. Now, in terms of the rest of the defensive options, guys like Tinnerholm, Amundsen, Chenot, Gloucester, Gray, Latinovic, these guys all rotate and they all get minutes. They are all capable of getting okay scores if you know the minutes they're going to get, etc. But some of these guys can be really good plays, especially Amundsen, who's a very regular starter, and Tinnerholm, he's just had a wee knock on his return from injury, so TBC on that. But attacking fullbacks that can join in and help out some of these guys we spoke about already, they're quite undervalued for what they can offer. In midfield, Keaton Park seems to be out for a really long-term injury. I expect Alfredo Morella. Keaton Parks is out with a long-term kind of injury at the moment, something to do with blood clots or something. I don't really know. I'm very squeamish. I don't want to know the details. Alfredo Morales, because of that bloody Rangers guy, I can't say his name properly without twisting my tongue. He's probably going to start a lot more. He's not a glamorous player. He's not that fun to watch. He's not that great. But I think Nicolas Acevedo is almost certainly now starting like every single game. And he's got the potential to be an extremely good goal scorer, SO5 scorer, and the sort of prices that he's floating about at. Like if you're on after a budget player, that's probably the one I would be picking out of NYCFC. Guys like Jason, Hack, and Zelalem, Gideon are all really highly thought of within the club, and all get minutes at regular intervals now as time is going on. And especially with Parks being out, you'll probably expect to see a wee bit more Zelalem. Santi Rodriguez is the midfielder card to probably have because he is also U23, highly favoured by the staff, gets an incredible amount of minutes, especially compared to some of the other guys that rotate, and is very direct, very decisive, capable. The forwards, we've kind of spoke about them all already, but between Heber and Andrade, I think you've got two really good players there. I really like Andrade. He does really well in underlying numbers as well, and I think he's just really suffering from a wee bit of bad form now, but when I seen him last year, he was very good. And I think Andrew Matrita might come back on the scene, so keep your eyes peeled on that. This is probably the best NYCFC stack he can currently build. Of course, Taty is probably going to transfer out, and Maxim Morales is on the older side, but this team does pretty well. It's the most expensive stack, a wee bit more expensive than Atlanta was, and you can see why. It gets in amongst the prizes very often, and it should have maybe done a little bit better over this time. But with some Alex Callan's scores being low, Castellanos and Sean Johnson there, no one going big in this game week. This game week just a wee bit unlucky not to go all the way, I suppose. There's real threat, there's real talent here. Even if we drop out Castellanos, I'd probably deputise Santi Rodriguez, and it actually ends up maybe a little bit better as an average. We get into a star rare on a star limited on one occasion. Even though we missed out this big score over here, we actually catch a high score when the requirement is lower, which is a nice convergence kind of situation there. So yeah, very worthwhile squad. It's elite. You know, if you want an elite build from top to bottom, you know, look no further. NYCFC is the team. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about New York City. Is it going to be a great rivalry week? Are they going to kind of shake off the cobwebs of, you know, the post-Deila era and get the new era up and running and make, and you know, MLS Cup holders, they should be making a really good claim at trying to retain their title, or maybe try and add a supporter shield to the trophy cabinet this year. The supporter shield is probably beyond them at this point, so the MLS Cup and maybe the Open Cup is where the focus then becomes. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share and retweet and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.